Hello everybody, welcome back to YouTube Sisters. So I'm really sorry that I haven't uploaded in like weeks and stuff. I've just been like busy, and then last week I couldn't upload because of like family things. So I'm really sorry, but I am back and with a new video for you guys. So this week's theme is school week, so I've decided I'm going to be teaching you some revision tips on science. The reason I've picked like a certain subject and not doing revision tips in general is because there's like so many videos out there that do like videos like solely based on just like revision tips and motivation and stuff. So I kind of wanted to dedicate one just for one subject, and I'm pretty sure like everyone does science. Like I think I'm right. Yeah, science is a core subject, so everyone will be doing science, so it's something that everyone can relate to and hopefully everyone can get some advice from. So I am currently in year 10, so I haven't done my actual GCSEs yet, but I have like, I feel like in year 9 and stuff I was doing topic tests every single week, so I've kind of like gained some revision tips that really work for me, so I wanted to share them with you guys. So let's just get onto the video. So how I revise for science is, what I do is I use revision guides. So these are the ones I use. These are the CGP ones. I really like these because they have like everything in like brightly coloured sections, and it's just so easy to like follow and read from. So when I'm like taking notes on these things, I find it just like really useful. So what I do first is I like read through the topic, and when I do read through the topic I switch everything off, because if I like have some kind in the background or like I'm watching like a Netflix show, I won't understand what I'm reading. So I read it in like complete science. Honestly though guys, if you do not own any of these CGP ones, they're really good. This is the core and additional, and then the exam boards is an Edexcel. Obviously they do every like exam board. So then what I would do is I will like go to the page and I will take notes on it. The notes I take are really brief notes, because I used to take really detailed notes and I found that it really didn't help me, and I was just kind of like copying a textbook out again, which is kind of like pointless. Like that might work for some people, for me it really didn't work. So I brought a refill pad, which is disgusting. It's not even pretty, but you know, it's a refill pad. Please someone tell me, why is this called refill pad? Because you don't refill it up. I don't get it. So what I do is I take notes in here. So I will like write the topic name, and I would do like bullet points, and I would do like really short brief sentences that I probably like only me will understand, but they still make sense to me. Then I will rip them out, and I have a folder here which is like dedicated to science, and in here I have all my revision notes in there. So I take them out, and because I've already got like hole punches things in, I just like, it's going to be really hard to show, I just like clip them in. So I just have like the revision notes here, and as you can see they're quite like really brief notes, and they're just kind of like sentences, but like for me, oh my god, that looks really neon, but like they make like a load of sense to me. So that's like the only thing that matters. Like although someone else might read them and might not understand them, I understand them. So because they're all in here, so whenever I think, oh, I'm a bit unsure about this, I can go in here and I just like read over these now and then. But normally I've like always, if I wrote them down, like I remember them. So once I've like done all that and I've like clicked in here, I will do practice exam papers, because science is, even if you have read one of these books from back to front and you know every single word, that's good, like well done if you can do that, but don't spend your time like trying to memorize every single piece of information, because in science it's all about interpreting your answers and knowing how to answer your questions properly. So I think what's important is to do exam papers. So after I've like read through and then I've took notes, like brief notes, I will read back my notes, and then I would do an exam paper. So when I'm doing my exam papers, I don't do it in complete silence, but I don't have my revision guide to look back. So say if I'm like mid-question, I'm like, oh, I don't know what this is, I won't go into a revision guide and look. I will just do it basically off what I know, because that kind of shows me how much I know and what I don't know. And then once I've done it, I will mark it. I'm currently like halfway through this. I want to say halfway, I've done like 2 questions. Fun. and then I will mark it and I will see where I'm like losing marks, and the places I'm losing marks I will go back over and look over. So I will then like go back over and see why I'm like, you know, losing marks, and if there's like a topic that I'm not certain about or I didn't know how to answer the question on that thing, I will look over it and revise it again. And if I'm like still really stuck, I also like to use a YouTube channel. It's called My GCSE Science. The only problem with this channel is it is for the AQA exam board, whereas I'm for the EdXL exam board. But honestly, he explains things so well. Like honestly, the best. He's like the best. I love him. So yeah, that I think though in science, it's all about doing exam papers because it's all about like interpreting information and like, or even if you do know like loads about science, you need to be able to like write it down, you need to be able to like do exam technique. So yeah, I also have this other technique which doesn't always work because not every subject, not every topic there are notes on. But what I did for this is I went and get revising and I typed in B2 topic 2, and I basically there's a whole load of like revision notes on there. So I printed these off. And when I completely had like kind of like thought, oh yeah, I think I'm like solid on this topic, I read through these, and what I did is I added stuff to the notes that weren't there but I knew. So for example, here it's on about like respiring cells, oxygen and glucose levels, and I did my own something that I knew, which just like kind of makes me, it's so confusing. But basically what I added to here, I said it's on about respiring cells and I put carbon CO out of cells into capillaries, oxygen out of capillaries into cells. So that wasn't already there and I added that, so that really like helps me. It's kind of like a different way of doing it, but it's kind of like you're marking someone's work and you're like adding stuff to it. Again here I've like underlined water particles and I put an arrow out saying water particles are small. I don't know what that means, but I've done it. This actually really helped me, and I remember I think I did quite well in this test. So this really works. The only problem about this is that there isn't notes for like every single topic, so they only do some topics. But if you can like do this, I really recommend doing it. It really worked for me, and I just found it to be really effective. So yeah. CGP also offer a additional a workbook which I love and I use a lot. So I always feel like if I can answer the questions in here, then I'm like doing okay, because the questions in here are quite hard and like tricky. I've like filled out this page. They're quite like tricky and they're kind of like, they pick out like hard information and they word questions weirdly, so they really test you. So if you like if you understand what's been said in here, then you're like doing okay. And it also comes with an answer booklet as well, and I think these revision guides are like £5, so that's really good. So yeah, I think I've like mentioned everything. I really hope you find this video useful. Share some more revision tips in the comment section so everyone can like share revision tips. That would be useful. But yeah, I really hope you enjoy this. Give this video a thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to comment below something, a revision tip that we can all have. It doesn't have to be science, it could be maths, English, DT, French, German, Spanish, Russian, history, RA, any of them. Do it. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you next week. Bye!